Person says, my daughter is gay and has been in a committed marriage for 7 years. Despite growing up in Holland and being very close to family here, she rarely visits Holland because she feels judged and unsafe here. There are many people and organizations in Holland supportive of LGBTQ acceptance and rights, but our city government has not been expressively supportive of these rights. What leadership would you as mayor provide on this issue so that my daughter can feel welcomed and protected in her hometown?
I feel really bad that she feels that. I'm sure it's really hard for that mom to not see her daughter very often, and for her daughter to have those kind of feelings about her hometown. You know, we had a vote 8 years ago in extending the LGBT, at that time it was LGBT, addition to protection in housing, and the council voted not to add that level of protection to the policy, that we would stick with the Elliott Larson policy that we had at the state and federal level. And that, I would say, is the only time that the government has dealt with that issue. I think personally that every single person is created by God and is really intrinsically valuable because of that. But whatever their sexual preference is their business, and they should have the freedom to make whatever choices they choose to make. And I and everyone else needs to respect that and treat them with dignity and love. Anything short of that is not what this community is about. Holland has always been a diverse community, and it's a place where people should feel welcome and accepted. It's not about sexual choices, it's about a person. And a person is 100% valuable, whatever their choice. And helping to love people is intrinsically important in this community. And when we don't do it, we should be ashamed of ourselves.
Follow up to that, which goes to you this time. What is your position currently regarding the explicit legal protection for LGBTQ rights in housing and employment? Like, have you changed, or how do you feel since that vote?
You mean, would I change my vote on that issue?
Yeah.
I think there's much more that we need to think about in that statement. We've added LGBTQIA. I don't know what else is on that list. And I do think that it sounds like it's a good thing, but when you think through to balancing the freedoms that everyone should have, one person's freedom stops at the next person's freedom, and we have to be able to respect each other's freedoms. And everybody has different convictions, and that's important also. And it's hard when you have a civil rights case and you discriminate against a person who has a different color skin. That is obvious. You don't always know if somebody is Q, I, or A when you're dealing with a person. And then to be held legally responsible and have to prove yourself innocent of that charge, it would be a hard thing. So a lot of things sound nice on the top, but as you really go through it in the legal context, it can be much more complicated. And so I would need to know more about how we can make that work, balancing everybody's freedom.